Good day to you and welcome to Brassbell Radio Theatre, featuring 10-minute plays by author Kenneth B. Langer. Welcome to episode number 7, The Insurance Salesman. An insurance salesperson reaches out to a potential client. What he is selling, though, is not life insurance, but death insurance. It's a different peace of mind. As the curtain opens, we see a dimly lit office in a warehouse space. There is a desk to one side with a chair both behind it and in front of it, and a briefcase on top. Mr. Abel, the insurance salesman, is seated behind the desk, looking over some papers from his briefcase. Mr. Donovan enters the room and approaches the desk. Are you Mr. Abel?
Pat Abel of Ubity Insurance. You must be Mr. Donovan.
Yes, I am.
Please, have a seat, Mr. Donovan. I was just reviewing your file.
Ubiti Insurance Company. That's rather an unusual name.
Our founder was Croatian.
Oh, I see.
Did you have any trouble finding us?
I have to say your office is a little bit off the beaten path and, sparse.
It's all part of our company philosophy. We're not one of those insurance companies with the skyscraper downtown and the thick glass windows that allow their executives to lord over the people of the city. We strive to keep our costs down and pass the savings on to our customers.
Well, I can appreciate that.
Yes, well, we are less worried about our image and more concerned with the well-being of the people we help. Speaking of which, how can I help you, Mr. Donovan?
Well, it was my wife who sent me. She said I needed some additional insurance.
Sounds like a smart idea.
She said that her cousin's family in Tallahassee were very happy with the program. She said they were taken care of nicely when her cousin died, but I'm confused. We already have life insurance. Why would we need more from another company?
Well, you see, Mr. Donovan, no insurance policy on its own can cover all possibilities. In fact, many of their policies are designed to be insufficient.
Insufficient? I don't understand.
It's a great irony of the insurance business that they are all more than willing to take your money, but are not so eager to pay it out to your family after you die. The more ways they can figure out not to pay their clients, the more money they have to pay for those lavish office buildings.
They're all just a bunch of snakes if you ask me, but no offense to you.
Oh, none taken. I completely understand. It's part of why we are here.
But you're one of them.
One of who?
One of those life insurance agents.
Oh, Mr. Donovan, I'm afraid your wife didn't explain the situation to you at all. We are not a life insurance agency. We are a death insurance agency.
A death insurance agency?
Yes, we take care of all the things that a life insurance company does not.
Oh?
Let me ask you a question, Mr. Donovan. What is it that you most fear about this time of your life?
Well, I don't fear death, if that's what you mean, but what I do fear is the dying.
The pain, the suffering, the long drawn-out stay in a hospital, the loss of precious memories, and worst of all, the burden that you may be on your family.
Yes.
Life insurance does nothing to help you with any of these worries. All those companies care about is that you stay alive as long as you can so that someone will pay the premiums. And then they hope you off yourself so they won't have to pay out anything to your family due to some suicide clause.
But that's not what you do?
No, when the time comes, we take care of you. You would be sent away someplace where you can be comfortable and looked after while your family gets the life insurance money they deserve and need to carry on with their lives. We make sure that everyone thinks you have died a death that cannot be questioned.
You would take care of me?
Absolutely. We will put you up in a very comfortable and peaceful surrounding. All your meals and needs will be taken care of. We will see to it that you will feel no pain and that your mind is at ease, all while your family is also taken care of.
But how can you do that?
We have a company filled with very dedicated employees.
I'll say. What more could a person hope for?
Precisely.
You said, when the time comes. What does that mean?
Well, you designate someone as your primary caretaker. I would presume that person might be your wife.
Yes.
Well, then that person would trigger something we call the event. When this happens, the client, possibly you, is taken to the place of refuge. The family says their goodbyes and are sworn to secrecy. In the meantime, the current life insurance company is informed that the client died in a manner that does not trigger any investigations or reviews. The family gets the full amount of their policy, and the client gets a long-lasting peace of mind.
It all sounds so wonderful. My wife's mother, Sarah, no, Susan, yes, Susan, got Alzheimer's and spent years slowly slipping away while her family had to do more and more for her. It must have been horrible.
Do you need some time to think about it? I can leave you with some brochures and we can make another appointment.
Well,
No, really, you need to take your time making such an important decision. There's a lot to think about, a lot to consider. Just don't take too long. A terrible illness or life-threatening accident can happen at any moment. We're all living on borrowed time and need to make the decisions that will guide us along the least treacherous path. Who knows what might happen to you the moment you walk out that door? Heart attack, stroke. It's unpleasant to think about these things, I know, but sometimes we must. But you take your time. Shall we schedule up a follow-up?
No. I don't need any additional time. I've made up my mind. I want to do what's best for my family.
Of course you do, Mr. Donovan. Of course you do. Are we ready to begin, then?
Yes.
It's really just a matter of some paperwork. This is the complete prospectus that explains every detail of the services we provide and all their variations. When you're done going through them, I can show you the contracts and discuss your options. Well, I guess it is a little overwhelming, isn't it? I tell you what, you have been so nice and honest with me. Let's make this easy. Why don't I just show you the standard option? No bells and whistles, just the coverage and assurance that you are seeking. All you need to do is sign these few papers, and you can be on your way with an easy mind.
Oh, well, thank you, Mr. Abel. I so hate all that legal mumbo-jumbo.
I completely understand, Mr. Donovan. You are a busy person, and have better things to do than sit around in some dank office reading mind-numbing documents.
Thank you for understanding.
Shall we begin, then?
Yes.
Fine. This is the contract that names you as the client. This is the contract that allows you to name someone as your caretaker. As you see here, we have taken the liberty of putting your wife's name here. You sign here. This paper allows us to work directly with your current life insurance program. This document covers the details concerning the event. And this final contract covers any miscellaneous problems that may arise during the transition phase. This here lists the fees.
Oh, my. That's a lot of money.
Keep in mind this is the basic option, not the silver or gold packages. We have kept the costs at a minimum, but there are legal fees and all the costs involved with your needs.
What does the silver option include?
Oh, just trinkets and filigree for those concerned with appearances. Would you like to see the proposal?
Oh, no, I'm happy with the basic option.
That's it, you're done.
Oh, well, that was easy.
Nothing to it. You are another proud client of the Ubiti Insurance Company. Do you have any final questions?
Oh, no, I think you have covered everything.
Great, I'm glad to have been of service to you. Well, if you'll excuse me, I have to get to my next appointment. I have to meet a client at the out-of-town office.
I thought this was your office.
Oh, well, we have several satellite offices situated around town so that we can be available to everyone.
Oh, I see. I do have one more question.
Of course, what can I tell you?
This event thing that you talked about,
Yes.
how will I know when it happens? I mean, will my wife just tell me, or does it have to be some kind of secret thing?
Oh, Mr. Donovan, you don't need to worry about any of that.
What? Why?
Your wife has already triggered it.
What? I don't understand. I'm fine. I mean, yeah, I forget things sometimes, but who doesn't? I know I've neglected to eat a meal once in a while or take a shower regularly, but that doesn't mean anything. I'm not ready to transition yet.
No one ever is. Clean up in room 3.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Brass Bell Radio Theatre. For more episodes, books, and information, please visit brassbellbooks.com. This has been your host, The Clanger, wishing you well.